Welcome back to another one. It's been a while, but brought the tractor home this weekend, getting ready to go mow our first field tomorrow, our first brome field tomorrow of the year. So I went to Dad's this weekend and took the duals off because we had it over his place, disking up behind the house. I left it there over the winter, so I took the duals off and put them into storage for the winter, or for the summer, until I need them again, I guess. Loaded the tractor up and brought it home, and then had it out here in the driveway and needed to get the mower up to the garage. It was sitting in front of the garage. I needed to get over here to weld on it. I had a couple brackets I needed to work on. And I had the tractor parked right here in the driveway, right in front of the door. But I thought, oh, okay, I'll move the car trailer with all the tree branches from the last storm out of here, and then get hooked to the mower, and then back up to the garage to weld it. But so I went to start the tractor, and it wouldn't start. I took the batteries out to put on this charger, because I do have two batteries going bad. Both batteries are going bad, or are bad, and I've known that. And I thought, oh, I'll get them charged up, go get them tested, but really don't matter to me because I'm not going to put batteries in it right now. I don't want to spend $400 and some on batteries right now. And I can just jump start it. It's kind of a pain, but better than spending $400 and some, I guess. $220 something, I think, a piece on the batteries. But so we put them in there. Son and I got the batteries out and brought out of the garage and put them back in here after charging them the last couple of days. And so one battery is like 12.6 fully charged. The other one's like 12.3. And then the 12.3 one actually goes down to like 12.1 after sitting for a little while. And the other one holds at like 12.6. But so we got them back in there, and I'll start the tractor up, and then I'll hook the trailer and move everything out of my way so I ain't blocking the road all night, and try to be as quick as we can, not blocking this back road behind our house. So we got them put in there, and I went to start the tractor, and it just clicks. Starter just clicks. What the heck? I just put the batteries are charged, or at least charged enough that it'll start, because it'll start the first time, but it won't start after that. And it just clicks, won't turn over. And I thought, man, last thing I need is the starter to go bad, be bad for the start of the season, and I need to go track one down tomorrow and get it put on before we go mow tomorrow night. But I finally determined that, you know what, I don't really need them right now. It'll be okay. I can just move the tractor out of the way and use the skid loader to get the mower up there. It'll actually be better because I don't have my extension cord for my welder, so it's clear up against the wall, plugs in on that far wall, and I have to get that mower quite a ways in the garage to be able to mow it, or to be able to weld with it. So it'll be easier with the skid loader anyway. So I rolled the tractor back, get up there, get that working on it. But then this was bothering me, that the starter being bad. So I thought, well, I'll come back out here and look at it. So, like, I know the solenoid, that plunger is working. I can hear it clicking, but I take the cap off to verify that it is coming all the way out. It is coming all the way out. So, okay, good. So, okay, I'll check the brushes. Brushes are good. And like, okay, well, I don't know. So I'll bench test it and just try to get the starter to spin and not use the plunger to plunge it out. So I'll try to get that to go. And look in, and I'm thinking, like, I got my ground wire, or my ground, and I got my 12 volts from my battery. Well, that should be the lug right there to be able to energize that motor to be able to spin. And, well, it can't be, because, oh, maybe it is. It's supposed to be. Well, what was happening was this wire here, which is the ground wire, which goes back to the battery, was hooked to this lug right here, which is the motor. And it's labeled. You can't hard to maybe read it, but it says battery, or bat, right here. And behind here it says MOT for motor. And then here's this is your ground lug for your solenoid, and this is your keyed terminal. So to get this solenoid to work, you would energize 12 volts here and negative 12 volts, or ground here. And then this solenoid will energize and use that plunger and push that plunger out to engage the starter. And then it makes contact behind here to supply 12 volts to here to spin the motor, the electric motor, which will in turn turn the engine. But so since we've had this ground wire has always been hooked to this lug here. We've never touched it. And how I've never noticed it in the last, I don't know, 40 times that we've jump started this tractor, being the ground wire here, I've always hooked my positive lead here and my negative lead here and started the tractor. That's how I've always started it. And I've never seen that, never even paid attention. I've always seen it say GR there and everything. But now that I've put those batteries back in and those lugs are all cleaned and nice and good and tight, it's making a great connection. So now it is just straight welding it to the battery. Which how that didn't actually burn this solenoid up by doing that, I don't know. But it's been that way since we've owned it. So I called, well, actually the kid that told us about the tractor called me tonight, and which is a friend of his old tractor, a friend of his tractor, used to be his tractor. So he called me and I was talking, and I told him, well, whoever put that starter on, because the starter was only about a year old before he bought the tractor from him, was a bunch of idiots. And they swear up and down that they took a picture of it and that's how they rewired everything. They put it back on the same way it came off. So either they did or didn't do that, or the person before them screwed that up. And how that's worked this whole time is beyond me, other than the fact that I put those batteries in, but they put batteries in it too. So you would think that it would have a good connection then, but I don't know. Now that I've hooked it back up down here, it does in fact work. Mind you, the batteries are dead, but it does now turn over. So some people never cease to amaze me. That's what happens when somebody doesn't know what they're doing, tries to work on something. Or maybe they did know what they're doing and they were just hooking it up the same way and never really paid attention, like I haven't, because I've said I've jumped this tractor at least 40 times since we've had it, here and there, every time. And I've always seen the GR to here, and I never even thought about it. Never even paid attention. But it works now. I said I got to jump it now to get it started, but I'll hook it to the mower. Hook it to the mower tomorrow night when we get home from work, and then I will go mow my first field of the year tomorrow. But I'm just a lot of weight lifted off my shoulders knowing that I don't have to try to track down that sucker tomorrow and get a new one put on here tomorrow before we go mow. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next one.